Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome to Stacklands, the Order and Structure update. This is a management civ builder game. If you've ever played games like Artist Life Simulator or Coach Simulator, it has that very similar kind of solitaire kind of card management building aesthetic. It is developed and published by Sockpop, and I'm going to dive right in and start off in Cornish first look right here, right now. Let's start a new run. You want to start a new run? You lose all progress in your current run. That's fine. So, moon length. The length of the moon longer is easier. So basically, I normally, if just for sort of getting people used to it, I suggest you do like the long moon length. So just to sort of get used to how the game works. So we do that. Peaceful mode. In peaceful mode, no enemies will happen. But we have it on long, so that's fine. Okay, so for those of you who are not familiar like with the genre, let us get into the world. So we have a whole host of different ideas we've unlocked because it basically has roguelite elements, so things carry over from your previous play. So we have unlocked some things already, not everything, but a lot of things to help us grow our civilization. Stacklands is a really interesting take on a commentary on civilization, how it grows, in my experience. So let's open up this pack, see what we have. So we haven't hit time forward. Actually, we better actually hit time forward just to pause. Everything explained in the tutorial, but this is the simple point. You have various different card types. You have like your villagers that you can drag around the screen. They will hop around and do things at a given time. You have resource nodes, which are in the dark grey here. You have resources, which are basically in the light grey. And then you have rare things, which are basically either coloured in gold or one or two other colours. You also have enemies that are in red, and they will move around. So how do you play this game? Well, for all points, or for all moments in time right now, we are in the hunter-gatherer stage of a civilization. We have food. Every moon you need 2 food to feed your villagers. You currently have 0 food. Get food so your villagers won't lose health. If you don't have any food, they will basically starve. We have money that you use to buy idea packs, which are up here. Idea packs are basically like eureka moments from other games, which go into basically making your civilization. You have basically the passage of time of the moon. So first things first, what do we want to do? We probably need some food. So what we're going to do is we're going to left click our little villager. Let's call him Bob for the moment. Bob will basically be put onto this berry bush. As you can see, when it's highlighted, it just glows, and then you can drag Bob and the card. If you go up just above him to the card around him, you can grab both of them and move them around as a pair. So the game has quests. There is basically like an overriding storyline in the game with the development of your civilization from a stone hunter. From a hunter-gatherer civilization to basically what we'd consider like high fantasy medieval civilization. And there's ways you can do it. You can basically, there's a quest line in the game that plays out to give you incentives to go down. There's like the grand scheme of things. Like for example, we unlocked get 3 villages, find mysterious artifact. We can build a temple. Complete more quests to see this happen. These are all kind of things. Dark Forest, which isn't the location that you want to see just yet. Get to wave 6. And these are all hidden, like only the top of your adventure is ever sown. And then you have side quests. Powers and skills, like train a Melissa, kill a rat, kill a skeleton. Strengthen, train an archer, make a villager wear a hat. There's all kinds of interesting things that can happen. I can discover various things, explore a mountain, find a graveyard. So it's all kind of interesting things and sort of goals to aim for. Have 10 wood, have 10 stone. And then longevity, reach 36 moons. But yeah, so the more you play, the more you unlock. We've unlocked some of the basic things like how to make a stick, how to make a coin chest to put our money in, which is basically 1 coin and 2 wood, how to cook meat, how to grow plants, houses, offspring, resource chest, all that kind of stuff, and then like, important like combat, rumors, all these kind of things. It's all really interesting. And it has a rock paper scissors mechanic also when it comes to combat. But I won't get too much into it. So Bob, you can also hide at any time by pressing this. So you have your ideas to carry over your quests, but for now, let's just make sure that Bob can harvest some berries, because otherwise he is going to die like no one's business. So Bob is out there collecting supplies. You can also increase how fast the passage time is by clicking the arrow up here, or you can press tab. So Bob has collected some berries. And now he's used up the berry bush. Like, he's harvested everything in the berry bush. Now we need some resources. So let's get Bob to hacking up this plank, which will give us a stick. Not the easiest, not the most useful thing that we could use, but we can, if we go into here, if we can get enough wood, we can maybe make a pickaxe. Well, it needs an iron bar, so that's my plan out the window straight away. But we can just punch the rock with our bare fist. It's not great, I'm not going to lie. But we can do some things. So let's set him to work here, punching this rock for resources. So there's Bob slaving away. Let's see if we can get some stuff. Okay, so we've got 2 sticks and a piece of wood. So we've got 2 sticks and we've got a rock and 2 sticks. So in our base thing, in our base resources that we have, nothing really jumps out at us as anything that we can put together. Even stuff with fishing, we can't do anything like that. We could, I believe, if we wanted to. Cannot. Okay, so we need to basically figure out a way of making ourselves some money. Now, you can do stuff, we can't even do free stone. Okay, so we're completely broke. So how will we overcome this? Well, what you can do is you can drag your resources to the sell area and you can sell it for money, which is fantastic, because then we can take our block of money and we go humble beginnings, and let's see what we have in this pack of humble beginnings. We have a berry bush, an apple tree, a tree, and some wood, which is very nice. So let's break down the wood. You got another stick. Okay, that's not so bad. We can work with this. So let's start doing stuff with the tree. The tree takes a bit more time. Bob is harder to basically gather resources from it. So what did we get? We got we got a stick and a piece of wood, which is fantastic. Now, if we go to ideas and we say plank, for example, or board maybe. Civilization is tricky to figure out how to basically lumber camp, wood, stone, villager. So if we get some more wood, we can get basically a lumber camp, which would be good, which give us a supply of stone. Quarry. Yeah, we're not looking great, I'm not going to lie. A plank, there we go. 3 wood and a villager. Yeah, so we are not looking great. So maybe a house. Market. Nope. Shed maybe, wood, stone, stick. Yeah, we could do that. wood, stone, and a stick. Let's put that together and make a shed. And we put our little villager on it, and he's going to basically scrounge together some ideas, and we come together with a shed. You also have to eat, so that's basically the first night has passed. Start the new moon. So our villager is now eating some supplies, and he is low on food. We have a shed. Increase your card cap. Your card cap basically is how many cards you can have in play. If you have too many in play, you will basically discard them, either by selling them or basically just by throwing them away, depending where you are. So Bob is now going to be getting some more berries, which is fantastic. But now we're low on resources, and we need to basically figure out what to do with that. We need more money. So I think, unfortunately for Bob, we are going to have to sell the sticks, sell the stone, get a Humble Beginnings pack again. Oh no, this isn't great. We have a rodent running around. Rodents are nasty because, as you can see, over time, they will basically move around and attack us, which is not a great thing. We can keep them away from us for now, because they will slowly move towards us. So what we can do is we can just shove them out of the way. You can also see the rabbit will also move around. You can block cards as well. This is one thing that you should be aware of. You can use cards as blockers. So, for example, we could block the rat with the rabbit card and give us a bit more time to harvest resources. You can also block off areas of the map with a whole host of things. So we have a stick. What is the basic idea for a spear? If we could get our hands on basically just a basic spear, a wooden 2 sticks. That ain't really gonna cut it. Unfortunately, a plank and some sticks. What's just a club? Spiked plank. We may be in a wee bit of problems. I may have overplayed my hand earlier with selling stuff, and we may now have an issue where we can't actually get stuff done. So we've got 2 sticks. Let's sell these sticks and hopefully get some more resource nodes. We could get, if you hover over the information, you can basically sell what will turn up. So we have a chance of getting some stuff, maybe an idea, or we can seek wisdom and get some better resources. So let's try seeking wisdom. So let's see what we get. Some rock, a stone, a bush, a tree. Now this is more like it. Okay. So let's put our resource nodes up here. Let's first try and get ourselves some wood. We've got a nice apple as well, which is even more food, and sells for a nice amount. And we've got a stick, which is not so bad. So that guy is running around over there. I want to try and hunt some more rocks for resources. So I do have a plan. Okay, so 3 stone and a stick. Now, if we had a piece of wood, we would be able to get something out of that, but we don't. So brick is 3 stone. So let's collect our 3 brick. Let's block this rat using some of our cards. And the rabbit has also now dropped some manure, which we can use for farming later down the line. This guy's going to try and get us. Hostile cards always seek out your citizens' cards. And if they get close enough, they will trigger an encounter automatically. So, we make a brick. With a brick, we can sell that. Money. Let's get ourselves seek more wisdom. Let's see what we get out of this. Some more berry bushes, another rock site. Not too bad. Having more food is better than no food. So, if you want to make a spear, there's something to fight off our enemies with. Plank and some flints. A bow is going to be problematic. You probably just want to go for something simple. So yeah, 2 sticks and wood. Okay. I probably need to deal with this rat, to be honest. It's starting to become a bit of a pain. Let's get this going, and we'll make a wall of cards to slow down our pursuer. So he's chasing us all over the house. Okay, so we got another free stone. Let's turn that into another brick. The day is almost at the end as well, so it's expecting us to eat some food for all our villagers. So our hunter-gatherer is eating. He's now well fed. Let's keep him out of the way. Early on, your civilization will take time to build up. It's just how it is. Civilizations take time to develop naturally. Okay, so let's sell this. Seek wisdom again. We have a bit of money floating about. Okay. So we got a lot more resource nodes. We also have a quarry. If we wanted, for example, to get another villager and sort of help us move things along, you can do that early on. I advise to be careful though, because obviously building another house, for example, if I remember, where is basics? House, yeah. 2 wood, a stone, and a villager will give you basically an infant, and an infant will pop out. Offspring, no, that's with offspring, so it's 2 villagers, yeah. So we can make a house, 2 wood, stone, and a villager, which is probably something to aim for. Could be useful in the grand scheme of things. Let's see what we can get, though. Another stone. So, things are coming along at a pace. We haven't got any rare resources popping out of these quarries, unfortunately. I was kind of hoping we were going to get some. I was hoping for some flint, which you can get occasionally, or maybe some ore. That would be nice to have, because it's worth a bit more money. But we get more money from processing these stones into basically a worked piece of stone. So let's do that. Drag off our money. Buy some more wisdom. Couple of stone nodes. Another stick, which is nice. So our hunter-gathering ways are bearing us fruit. So let's get over here. We got ourselves another berry bush. We can grow berries if we have fertile soil. You can plant crops and do all that, but that is something that we need to research. With the tree, though, I would really like to get a spear or some kind of tool running around. There we go. That's just what I wanted. We have 2 sticks. We have 2 wood and 2 sticks. So if we go down to our spear, 1 wood and 2 sticks. Let's get this idea together. Hostile cards will basically roam about the map, causing you issues as well. So just be aware of that. As nice as it is to have them sort of blocking, they will cause you mayhem in the long run. So let us get our civilization going. And we have a rare resource of flint, which is fantastic. So we've got a spear now, equipped to our villager. You can see here, when you equip it, it will basically go onto them. And you can see as you hover over it, it changes their class. So now it's a militiaman. 5% chance to do crit hit damage, base combat level, total combat level. You can add them armor, you can give them also benefits. But let's go and fight the rat. And this is how combat works. It basically takes time, and they basically punch each other in the face repeatedly. But now we have killed the rat and overcome our first challenge. Let us see where... Campfire. A stick and a flint. So we need to get some wood. Let's shove them on here. Our villager's now hungry again. Which is fine. So let's see. Ooh, another flint, which is really nice, because flint is normally a hard resource to come by early on in the game. So you want to save that as much as possible. And we need more wood. So let's process... Let's get some more brick making going. Sell that for a bit more gold. And hopefully... Oh, we got a new villager. Excellent. So, that new villager is going to be hungry. So we're going to put them straight on making us some... making us some food, or harvesting some food, I should say. So, 2 sticks. We got a stick. We have a flint. And we can set him now to doing that. But now you see we have the issue. Our card hand is full again. Which, if at the end of the full moon, if we have too many cards, as I remember me saying, we will lose. We will lose the cards in our hand, which is not great. So we need wood. We need wood, a stick, and a stone. Realistically speaking, and that isn't great. I have enough money to buy some more resources, so let's do that and see if we can actually get ourselves lucky. Nope, that's not going to be the case, so we're going to have to be a bit aggressive. We have a campfire, and campfires you can cook stuff on, so we can cook this meat. Okay, so with the flint we have, let's try and process some of our resources. And just try and cut some stuff down, because otherwise we will have to throw away valuable material that we cannot afford to do. So let's do this. There's a couple ways you can do it. For example, we could sell off all the poo. We could sell off all the animal feces, which may be an easy solution in the short term, because money doesn't count towards your total. So for the time being, I am going to sell all the animal droppings, just to drop us down to 1. We could also kill the rabbit if we wanted to. What else could we do? We haven't got a ton of resources, so let's seek wisdom and hopefully get ourselves... Yeah, we got a stick, which is fantastic. There we go. So we go the wood, the stick. It's probably not. Unfortunately, we may have mistimed this. So we're going to lose some stuff if we're not careful. But first of all, money gets taken from us. Actually, we could do that. If I remember, where is our coin chest? Coin and 2 stone. Well, wood and 2 stone. Coin and 2 wood. First of all, we have to feed our villagers. They're well fed. We have 1 too many cards, so we have to get rid of something. Probably a bad idea to do that, I'm not going to lie. It wants us to get rid of materials, unfortunately. as it stands right now, we have an okay thing of supplies, so let's sell a couple of food. Keep the flint, because flint is always useful as is stone, as is wood. I will sell the food. I'm massively reluctant to do so, but that was poor management on my end of things. We've got another warehouse, so we can have our card hand increases. And this is basically how the game works. You go through the game, unlocking more advanced technology, building up your civilization. There are enemies to fight. Every so often, like a portal to a fantastical land will appear. It's a nice... I like Stacklands. It's a game that has like a soft and like cutesy art style, relatively speaking, but it has a dark undertone. For example, there are things trying to eat you and monsters running about and all that kind of jazz. So it's something to be aware of. I do recommend the game a lot. You can stack resources as well to give you less space issues. So sort of like card stacking, solitaire stacking is a really nice thing to do. And you just build your civilization, build your houses, have children. It's basically like, it sort of writes itself as a really interesting take on a civilization building simulator, because it shows you from your early age of like being a hunter-gatherer, so you were still running around with spears and sticks in the wilderness, hunting berries and getting supplies, gathering up resources to spend it on basically getting like better cards and all that kind of thing. But as time goes on, you build structures, you build like farms, you build towns, houses, universities, you have mages, you go on quests. A lot of the stuff I can't easily show you right away because it requires you to have like basically like civilization. It requires you to have resource chains in place. But this game is a lovely game to play if you just want something that's not a massive mental challenge, something that you can play in the background as you're doing something else. Especially later on where you have it all sort of automated. This game is really good. It's a really fun little game. I love the art style. It's on the harder difficulties. It's like it goes really quickly and the enemies pop up. But just stick it on like a long moon cycle. Learn the game. Like once you learn a basic recipe, like a basic idea, you always have it. So there's no risk of you starting a new game and losing everything. It's trial and error. It's fun. It can be a little bit frustrating at times when you're trying to get like every single last idea. As you can see here, where the question marks are, we have ideas that we have yet to uncover. But it's just a lovely little game, and well worth your time sort of checking out, which I highly recommend. This has been Stacklands. I've been Cornish-knight, and I shall see you again next time. Goodbye, folks.